And on the mound now, Jacob Mizorowski. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy it when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
About to get started here. Andrew Benintendi steps up. And this one is off and running.
First pitch, 110.
Ripped to first, caught. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Chase Maidra,
that's it.
The next to hit, takes ball one.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Yeah!
Maidra wrapped out 4 hits in his last game.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That one missing inside.
That's the ball.
Into center and a base hit. And a man aboard.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And up next for Chicago, Munetaka Murakami went deep in the ball game last night. And that one moves his feet.
Heck! Ball.
The 2-1. Just
Ball.
missed. Maidra, the base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now. Payoff pitch. Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Throw. Save.
Well, almost a strike him out, throw him out play right there, but 3-2 is a great count to run on. There's a good chance the hitter puts the ball in play, so it can turn into a big play offensively as well.
Yeah, the batter now, Colson Montgomery. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Man on second, 2 down. Hard hit right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Now it's the Brewers' turn. It's a scoreless ball game. This is White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. Back here in Milwaukee and getting the start for the White Sox, Sean Burke. What do we need to know here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
This is Bryce Terang. Terang getting the start at second, hitting leadoff in today's game, and his on-base percentage this season is over 400. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him looking. One away.
Batting second. Well,
let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. And now it's Christian Yelich. 2 for 9 so far in the series.
Ha! Ball up.
That one's in there. And a count 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Two down, nobody on. Gets him to chase after that one.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Here's the 0-2.
Ball. That's a ball.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. We played an inning, no score. Back here at American Family Field, top of the second, Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Just
no,
missed.
that's down. Ball. That's a ball. That's down.
Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
And that's a little bit high. And now 3-0. There's a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here's the catcher, Kyle Teal. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. No score here in the second. In there at the knees. 0-2.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
A good fastball changeup combo has always been devastating for hitters, and that was a great example in that at bat. Changeup, fastball, changeup, and he goes down on just 3 pitches. And as a hitter, once you're down 0-2 in that spot, you have no idea what to sit on. You got a 50-50 chance when you guess. So I'm sure that changeup looked like a fastball almost the entire way to the plate.
Man at first, one away.
No, that's in.
Here's a 1-1. This one in the air, right field. And
Foul
that
ball.
is a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm.
Ball.
You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
The 1-0.
I'm a little surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They've taken a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's inside. Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Frelick after it. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And that is that. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at the ballpark where we're on sweep alert, Ziggy. We came on the air talking about that, and so far, neither team is backing down.
Nobody wants to be on the wrong end of a sweep. For one team, it's about making a statement, and for the other, it's about salvaging respect.
Fouled off down the right side. 0-2 now.
Inside. Ball.
Looks like he wants the signs again. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
Next for the Brewers, Andrew Vaughn. And there's a foul ball. That one
ball.
Close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. And there's a ball.
Ball.
Outside. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. And that's their first base runner of the game. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. And now the center fielder, Sal Frelick. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Misses
Low,
again,
ball.
5 in a row.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Strike 2. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Squirts away a little bit. Two now. Swing and he breaks his bat. Vargas. They take the force out as they pass up the chance at the double play.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 9, Jake Bauer.
Jake Bowers now at the plate. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Burke keeping him close. And the 1-0.
Yeehaw!
There goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get into scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Ball 1 there.
That's down.
Well, it looks like they want to be real patient with him today. Make him come in the zone. Challenge these hitters. Make him work hard for his outs.
That one missed.
Ball.
Many times teams come in knowing that he can strike out the house. They're very aggressive because they don't want to fall into a 2-strike count.
Yeah, that's fouled off. That one
That's a
misses. Ball 3. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That one the other way. Hauls it in. 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Benintendi up here. Top of the 3rd, no score.
Ball.
2-1 now. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off for that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That's inside. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Three-two. Swung on, popped up left side. And
Foul
just
ball.
foul. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So up next for Chicago, Chase Mydroff. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
That's a ball. That's a ball.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 3-1. Two down, nobody on. That's ball
That's
4.
low.
Tried
Ball
another
4. Take your
fastball,
base.
but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Quick move to first, and he's back in on a
deep
dive.
throw.
Murakami takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Six straight outside the strike zone. Mydroff off of first with 2 away. And that misses as well. Colson Montgomery would be next. Big bat with a potentially huge opportunity. And that's in there at the knees.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Ball
and
4,
ball
runner
4 to aboard.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
First and second, 2 outs. Colson Montgomery digs in now. He's 0 for 1.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
The White Sox looking to strike first here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Check swing, and he went 0-2 now.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Two on, 2 outs. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Two walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Time call.
Time.
The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. The White Sox with a chance to score first. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one misses.
That's the ball.
Full count now.
That's a really good take.
Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. His second of the year, and the White Sox strike first. It's 3-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Walked his first time. The 1-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And a foul ball. Just off the outside edge. Ball 3.
And that's a pitch. Early in this game, he needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
3-1 is on the way. That's a slider for a strike.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Payoff pitch. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the White Sox, the catcher, number 8.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jacob Mizorowski will depart, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Here comes the
Brewers,
new arm for the
number
Brewers,
43.
Logan Henderson, in the game for the first time this season. Now the catcher up to hit, Kyle Teal. Went down on strikes his first time through. Down the line, it's a base hit. And now 2 aboard, pushing for more, pushing his luck.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
And now it's Austin Hayes. High fly ball out towards left field. And that's a foul ball.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
In the dirt. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. That misses. Ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And it's even up. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This one in the air, center field. Freeland under it. And that's the third out. White Sox draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. It's now 3-0.
I'm a dreamer, high achiever. You know. It's a place we don't hold back. We're right.
Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the inning, Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. In the air to left center, Peters moving under it. And there's one away. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers.
Number 6, David Hamilton.
Here.
Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. He's safe
No,
on with a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Bryce Terang getting ready to hit.
Ball. That's down.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Hamilton over at first with one away. Quick toss to first, and he's back in safely. Two balls, no strikes, the count.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Hey, ha.
In the air, right field, Hayes on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Brewers, the left fielder, number 22.
Yelly stepping into the box now. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one fouled off. Now a quick throw to first. Hamilton back in on a dive. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
0-2 now. That one to first. It's in and out of his glove. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Brewers strand one. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at American Family Field. New inning getting started. Everson Pereira steps to the plate for the White Sox.
You know, these White Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Ball.
Stays alive. 1-2 now. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Tristan Peters, the next to hit. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Henderson, a 6-foot righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, and he works in a slider. Now fly ball to right center. Takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter, Andrew.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Andrew Benintendi will hit next.
Hike one.
And the 0-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Line draw.
One out, runner at second. Chase Mydroff digs in now. Swing and a ball lifted left field. 2 away now.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman, number 5, Munetaka Murakami.
Digging in, Munetaka Murakami. He is struck out and he is walked. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
Vaughn takes it to the bag. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Sox move closer on the solo homer. We're midway in the 4th. You're watching White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. Thanks for tuning in. Sweep warning, Singy. Sweep warning.
Not so fast, though. Seeing quite the battle so far.
Nope.
It's always toughest to close out a series because pride kicks in on the other side.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Peters on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Brewers,
Jackson Choria up now for the Brewers. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Got him swinging.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
This to third. Dives and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
up next for the Brewers, the center fielder,
So man
number
aboard.
10,
Here's the center fielder, Sal Freeland. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. On the ground, right
That
side.
ball's foul.
And foul ball.
That's a ball.
The White Sox leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
He's
No, that missed. That's a
missing
ball.
with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That clips the corner. Ground ball to the right side.
That's a foul.
And that's a foul ball. 2-2 on the way. Hit in the air, center field. Peters coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're down 4-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Right side, hard hit. Vaughn steps on the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the White Sox, the third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox.
A walk, and he's also singled.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
One out, runner at second. Kyle Teal getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Ball.
1 out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Ripped to right. Base hit into the outfield.
Up next in Chicago, the right fielder.
Now,
number
Austin
24,
Hayes.
Austin Hayes.
Nope. Ball.
Fastball for a strike. Vargas over at second. Teal over at first with 1 away. That one just
that missed.
misses.
That's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Everson Pereira steps to the plate for the White Sox. He's already homered in this game. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And that is that. White Sox strand a couple, but they lead it 4-0. Back here in Milwaukee, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Almost
That's
got him.
in, ball. Ball, low.
The 2-2. And they'll do it again.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Ortiz swings through that one as he comes to the plate. The second time today.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Next for the Brewers, the third baseman, number
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a speed threat, David Hamilton.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Line drive, base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
The batter, number 2.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang.
That's a ball. Outside.
Runner takes off. Strike
Good.
in there. Throw to second and great jump.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in a scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
On the ground. On to first. And that's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. This is White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Tristan Peters now at the plate.
The center fielder, Tristan Peters.
Lined into right. One up, one down. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. 1 for 3. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's the second out. Chase Maidra steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Chase Maidra.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back, makes the catch up against the wall. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the 6th inning, Christian Yelich up now for the Brewers.
Ball.
And another
Down, ball. Take one.
That one finds the corner. That's strike 2. And that's too
the
high.
ball.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one down.
Up next,
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Contreras.
Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras. On the inside corner for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, Jackson.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That's in there. That is strike 2.
Well, I didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
That's to third. Vargas there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pick. On the mound, Jared Koenig. This is his 3rd time out this year.
You know, these White Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson.
At the plate, Colson Montgomery looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt, that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. DL Hall up and loosening in the pen. Sproat getting loose as well.
That's a ball.
Koenig, a tall lefty. He features a sinker, a cutter, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer.
No, that's down. Ball.
Murakami gets his lead at first with nobody out. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Hamilton flashes the leather on the running catch.
Up next for Chicago, the third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. In the air, right field. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Up next for
Now
Chicago,
a chance for
the catcher,
Kyle
number
Teal.
8, Kyle Teal.
And a curve misses outside. The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Freeland under it. And that is that.
Now
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tyler Gilbert. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Leading off, Sal Freeland. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now the 0-1. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
up next for the Brewers, the designated hitter.
Next to
number
him,
9,
Jake Bowers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throws to first in time.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Next for Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz. In there at the knees for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Fights it off. He'll see another. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. DL Hall.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
smash down the left field line. And that's going to get into the corner. Pulls into second. That's a double to start the 8th.
Up next is
That's a
Chicago,
good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Everson Pereira steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
There's always a concern when running over towards the dugout because of that on-deck circle. There's usually a bat, a weighted bat, a donut, a pine tar rag. Catchers have to be really heads up to avoid that stuff.
So now, with one away and a man at second, Tristan Peters, the next to hit.
That's
Action in the pen down there. Aaron Ashby appears to be getting loose. Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him. 2 away.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Benintendi in the box lays off for ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're at the top of the 8th. Pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes. In the air, left field. And that is that. So they work around the leadoff double. Last half of the 8th coming up. White Sox 4 and the Brewers nothing. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the 8th. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. The Brewers in striking distance have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Hey!
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So back to the top of the order. Terrain up now for the Brewers.
That's a ball low.
The White Sox leading by 4 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a bunt towards third. Bare hands it. Tough play. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Brewers.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
Now it's Christian Yelich. Terang, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball, that's outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Here's a 2-2. In the air to left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. To third. Save. He beats it.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Now let's see if they can string something together.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now,
so the closer summoned from the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now at the plate, William Contreras.
That's down. That's a ball. Hoo-yah!
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And it's through for a hit. And it gets by him. Runner from third in to score. It's 4-1. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Well, that gets them a little closer in this one. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Next to hit, Jackson Chourio. Chourio in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Just missed.
Ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Fouls away the first offering.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. You're a little late, opposite field knock.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count's even at 2. Ground ball right side.
Ball.
And it's just foul. That was close. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Tying run at the plate. Line and a base hit into right. Yelich crosses the plate. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. Next, Andrew Vaughn. Just
ball
missed.
outside.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And a count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 on, 1 out. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. And that one missing
that's low. Ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And it's off the wall. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run double tie game here in the 8th. Comes the skipper, and
For the White Sox, number 18, Anthony Clay.
line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th. 1 down, runner at first. And next is the designated hitter, Jake Bowers.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses.
Ball.
1-run game. 1 out. 1 on. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. They'll throw in, and they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Ortiz up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
Nope, that's in.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 2-0. On the ground to first. Murakami to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. Through 8 full, the Brewers have the advantage. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Trevor McGill. Chance at his first save of the year. This one popped up, and there's 1 down. So up next for Chicago, Munetaka Murakami. 0 for 3 in this one. And a base hit up the middle. And that puts the tying run on base.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds. Day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Making a move at first. Here's the White Sox pinch runner, Luis Angel Acuna, opting for a faster runner as they try to tie this thing up. And now it's going to be Colson Montgomery. That's outside. Ball 1. Quick move to first. Acuna dives back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
And that's in for a strike. And the count 1-1. Just missed. Facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to. But he's shown really good plate discipline by not offering at that last pitch down.
And it's going to stay a strike. So they're now out of challenges. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. White Sox down to their final out. Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. Trying to deliver as the hero.
And there's one thing on the minds of these fans, and that's the sweep.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days.
Dives back out, and the game is over.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the eighth and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the ninth. Excellent job of securing your home field and keeping the fans in the ball game all the way to the end. Nice W all the way around.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.